Welcome to Employment Law This Week. I'm George Whipple. The EEOC ended fiscal year 2021 with a rush of lawsuits, returning to form after a slow 2020 due to the pandemic. Epstein, Becker, Green's Jim Petrie and Amy Bharj are here with a look at those numbers and what we can expect from the agency in the coming year.
In 2020, the EEOC only filed 101 cases. In 2021, they increased that amount by 13 to 114 cases, which is a 12% increase.
Typically, we see a surge in EEOC enforcement actions in September of each year because September marks the end of the agency's fiscal year. Well, in September 2020, the EEOC filed just 33 lawsuits. By contrast, this past September 2021, the EEOC has filed 59 lawsuits. So it appears that the agency is gaining momentum again after the initial slowdown that occurred in 2020. Geographically, some districts are busier than others. The EEOC's Philadelphia, Chicago, and Dallas offices have seen the biggest increases in EEOC enforcement filings for 2021. Here in Chicago, the EEOC increased its filings from 3 lawsuits in 2020 to 9 lawsuits in 2021. Looking at the lawsuits by statute, Title VII cases make up the lion's share, as they have done in previous years. So far, Title VII cases make up approximately 62% of the 2021 cases filed by the EEOC, followed by ADA cases, which comprise approximately 36% of the 2021 enforcement actions.
In terms of actual cases filed, the EEOC in Georgia has filed a case against a manufacturing facility who required its employees to return to the physical plant. In response to that, a manager in health and safety requested an accommodation based on a chronic lung condition. The facility denied the accommodation as being unreasonable, and the EEOC has taken up the case. Another area of enforcement that the EEOC has been more active in during the pandemic has been in sexual harassment cases in which individuals are harassing subordinates via text messaging or social media. Based on the focus of the EEOC on this issue, we suggest that in your annual training session for harassment that you devote a piece of the training to making sure that employees understand that activities outside of the workplace or on social media and texting can be a violation of the harassment policy and result in discipline or termination.
In 2022, it is likely that the pandemic will continue to shape the EEOC's enforcement priorities and the cases that we will see being filed in court. First, there may be an uptick in equal pay cases. The EEOC has made it clear that equal pay is currently an enforcement priority for the agency. We may see an increase in claims filed by women and minorities because during the pandemic, women and minority employees have returned to work at lower rates than employees from other demographics. In addition, it has been shown that women tended to bear the brunt in terms of managing childcare and homeschooling for children who studied remotely during the pandemic. Second, another focus area may be enforcement against national origin discrimination. Specifically, the EEOC may focus on claims of discrimination against Asian Americans.
I think we're going to see the EEOC ramp up its enforcement activities in 2022. I think we'll see the majority of cases being Title VII cases and retaliation cases, as we've seen in the past few years. But I think there's going to be an uptick in cases regarding disability discrimination cases, and in particular, denial of accommodations. The biggest uptick in cases are going to come from the religious discrimination cases for denial of accommodations regarding the mandated COVID-19 virus vaccinations. We have seen a large number of requests for exemptions from getting the vaccine attributed to an alleged sincerely held religious belief that prevents them from getting the vaccine. Some of those accommodations will be denied as unreasonable, as an undue hardship to the employer, or that there is a concern that the sincerely held belief is in fact not sincere.
Thanks, Amy and Jim, and thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.